Hello and welcome to the Pikey Podcast, Episode 6. I'm Rob Jaskula, half cut. With me as always, Connor Nailan. Con, how you doing?
Yeah, very good now, yeah. Good to see you in merry order now. Yeah, look, been very busy now the last few days, looking at apartments and stuff like that, hanging out with a few realtors there. Don't get me started on them.
Yeah, including my old roommate Wes, and a few listeners, especially Ronan Lahan, know Wes, the realtor that I used to live with. He's an odd bird.
Yeah, realtors are kind of like a terrorist organisation. Like they're up there, vegans and feminists and stuff like that. They're number 3 on my hit list now.
They're a very strange species, already.
Oh my god,
that's pretty harsh criticism of the realtors. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Pikey Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Pikey Podcast, and hear us on Tuesday and Friday mornings Irish time on YouTube and SoundCloud. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends at Al Hayes Skoda Ennis. Renowned for quality and service throughout the region, Al Hayes Skoda's state-of-the-art showroom on Gort Road in Ennis also features a fully modern workshop with 0% financing now through November 10th on new Skoda Superb, Octavia, and Fabia models. There are 0 reasons not to own a new Skoda. That's from €159 a month on the lease. That's not bad at all. 36-month lease. That's a good deal they got going there. And I think run by the Galway hurling man, Damien Hayes, is it?
Damien Hayes, yeah. Former Galway hurler.
Yeah.
Good hurler. Still hurling for Port Humla.
4 All-Ireland Club medals, 3 All-Stars to his name. Must be pretty decent, yeah?
Yeah, good hurler. Very good hurler.
Well, we've got lots to cover on this week's edition of the Pikey Podcast. We've got This Week in the NFL. That week just kicked off a few minutes ago with the Thursday night game. The Formula One United States Grand Prix, and that is right here in Austin, about 15 minutes away from where we're recording right now. I'll be at that race on Sunday. We've got Champions Cup rugby, NBA basketball. But let's start off with Ireland. And what the fuck was Martin O'Neill thinking? Ireland, Wales, 1-0 to Wales, and it was pretty terrible.
Yeah, he's done now for me. It's over. Go away, Martin, please. Behind the times. He just does not have it anymore. Maybe 90s with Leicester, maybe his time with Aston Villa, then he had a bad time with Sunderland, but he's cooked now. Like, he's the 4th best paid international manager in Europe after Yogi Low, Deschamps, and Fernando Santos at Portugal. So a World Cup winner, and a European Cup winner, and he's 4th in line. Like, he should be at every single game he can possibly be. League of Ireland, under 17, under 19, League One games, Championship games, Premiership games. He should be at everything. Like, for that money he's on, what else is he to do?
What gets me about it is how Michael O'Neill with the North is getting similar results with a smaller pool of players who are basically the same type of athlete. Yeah. And they're bothered about Kyle Lafferty not, leaving camp hurt. But Ireland don't even have anybody that dynamic right now. Like Shane Long up top. Oh, it was miserable looking. Not that he had any service or anything, but he looked pretty dire.
He's given no confidence to his player. He says they try hard, but they've no technical ability. I mean, how are you supposed to go out and play after your manager says you're not great technically? How is a midfielder supposed to get the ball on the half turn and pass it forward? Like, you're playing Cyrus Christie in the middle of the field, you're playing McLean left wing back, which I suppose that's okay, but why are you picking McLean? He rushes into a few challenges, but Jesus, what at the point of him?
Yeah, and he's been on a real downward trend for like 2 or 3 seasons now too. Like, his best is behind him.
He's a decent championship player, that's it. You play Harry Arter front of the back 3 or back 5. Who gives away the free kick for the goal? Harry Arter, because he doesn't have the discipline to play in front of the back 4. He goes wild. He always gets a yellow card. He's always in danger of getting sent off. Like, what is the point of Harry Arter?
It looked like a challenge he didn't need to make either at all. And now I was watching that game, and boy, it was terrible before the goal. Like, both Wales and Ireland, they had players just passing the ball straight into touch. Like, real elementary bad mistakes. I think Wayne Hennessy had to catch 1 header at some point in the first half, but that was really about it that he got challenged with. And it was pretty terrible. And that tackle was completely unnecessary. There were better ways to stop that counter. And yeah, it was senseless. And as soon as I saw Harry Wilson standing over the ball, it was kind of one of those, I was ready. I was like, grabbing my keys, grabbing my wallet, getting ready to go, run off to the grocery store, because I figured he was going to score that, and that was going to be it. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened.
Look, he's the 4th best paid manager in Europe, international manager in Europe. Roy Keane is 9th, even though he's an assistant. So he's better paid than Giggs. I think Southgate just passed him out. Like, just to give you an insight into Martin O'Neill's style, like, when he was a manager at Leicester and Sunderland and Aston Villa, he wouldn't turn up Monday to Thursday. He'd turn up on a Friday and kind of see how things are going. He'd let all the coaches do the work. He doesn't name his team only an hour before the game.
I read that this week, and that was baffling. Yeah.
Like Cyrus Christie hasn't played centre midfield since he was 14, and he goes and tells him that you're playing centre midfield an hour before the game.
You know I like naming the team early.
Yeah.
You know I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, you put it up on Facebook.
Oh yeah, put it up in the group there, in the WhatsApp and on the Facebook group. Yeah, 24 hours ahead of throw-in.
Yeah, won't shut up about Brian Clough and how he was a great manager, and he won two European Cups back in the
79 and 80.
Yeah. So what? Like, I won a county championship with Glenelly.
Aston Villa won a European Cup.
Yeah. Like how is that relevant to modern day management? You can see the team isn't drilled. Kevin Long constantly talking to McLean in front of him. Oh God, I don't know.
What was with that formation they were playing the other day? Because I couldn't make heads or tails of it. It kind of looked like a 4-3-3 a little bit in the second half, but started out with the wing back, like a 5 at the back. Yeah. What was going on there?
I don't know, but it ended up being a 2-4-4. I think it was Duffy and Secure were left at the back for the last 10 minutes. With four players raiding in them every time. It was only by the grace of God that they didn't score again. Did you hear his quote? No,
I didn't.
He was asked, will Ireland qualify for Euro 2020? And he said, yeah, no problem. And he was asked, why? Because I'm good.
Oh, jeez.
I think he's beginning to dote a little bit.
Like, surely he's joking, right? No. Bad times for Ireland, and that was you don't tune into them for the entertainment, but that was pretty poor. And the players really seem to have tuned out the message too.
Yeah. I just did a team, our best possible team if we've all our fit players.
That's right, yeah, the best possible Ireland 11.
Yeah, so if he has this team playing, get through to the Euros, he has no excuses really. It's actually not a bad team.
What you got there? What kind of formation you playing?
I stuck with his formation, his 5-3-2 formation. So I went for Randolph in goals. I'd right-sided centre half. I'd Coleman, kind of as a ball player. I'd Duffy and Keogh. So not a bad back three.
And Duffy and Keogh, they were all right.
Yeah, Doherty right wing back. I left McLean left wing back because he's just going to be playing anyway. So I said I'm going to just leave him there.
Yeah, he's going to get played. So
yeah. I have Declan Rice. I'm blessing myself here as I say this.
Hasn't switched yet.
James McCarthy and Brady in the middle of the field. So not a bad midfield.
That's not bad, yeah.
I don't think Rice is going to be there, so I put in maybe O'Dowda. And up front, I have Sean Maguire and Robinson. I thought Robinson was good over.
I thought Robinson looked alright, yeah.
He's something we have, he's something we don't have. Bit of pace, bit of power, give him a chance.
Looked like, Ireland finished up with 3 attackers towards the end of that match, but, with completely bypassing the midfield, so.
All is not lost. We're going to have one of the best teams in Europe in a few years.
That's right, you were looking at some of the prospects too, weren't you?
Yeah, I was looking at a few just because we beat Holland in the under-19 2-1. Great win.
Justin Kluivert's eligible for that team.
He's a bit too old. He's not the senior team. Yeah, so Troy Parrott at Spurs placed it on the 23 team. Scored a hat-trick against the Faroe Islands last week. He's a brilliant player.
I saw he got sent off against Inter in the UEFA Youth League the other day. I caught some of the highlights there once we started talking about the underage Irish. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a bit of a nasty streak in him, which I like. Yeah, he's a good player. He's Troy Parrott, so he's the greatest hope since Richie Partridge.
Oh boy.
Yeah, another bird. But yeah, I think he'll come good. Next one, Ryan Nolan, Shannon Man, plays for Inter Milan of all teams. Captain of their under-19 team, went on pre-season with Inter Milan in the USA, and they're raving about him over in Italy. I just hope we can get him.
I saw he hacked down Troy Parrott for a penalty the other day too, as well.
Yeah.
Nice two-legged, pretty ignorant style tackle. Yeah, he looked very Irish. He had the big head, Shannon bad style. Tackle.
Yeah, the Shannon style on that one. Next one, Conor Owen at Wolves. He's on loan at Walsall now. He's midfield, kind of neat and tidy kind of guy. Very small, slight. If he grows a little bit, but he's very good, very skillful. Played against Man City last year in the League Cup, and the Man City players were very impressed with him. So hopefully he comes through. Adam Ida, Norwich, big lad, great pace and power. 6'3". He's only 17. Man United is supposed to be sniffing around him,
as usual, as they would.
Yeah, so he might bring a bit of pace and goals. Hopefully, the last one then is Ryan Johansson. He's on the books at Bayern Munich.
I saw him now. He's eligible for a few countries, isn't he?
Oh, he's
like about 6 countries, right?
He was called into. He played 2 under-19 games earlier in the year, so he's declared for Luxembourg at the moment.
But sure, come on, Luxembourg.
Look, drew with France last year.
That's fair enough. They have a couple decent centre halves playing over in America right now, actually.
Yeah. So, like, he was picked up from France, from the U team in France by Bayern Munich. He was born in Luxembourg, Irish mother from Mullingar, and dad is from Sweden. So, yeah, he's neat and tidy as well. Played right back, plays central midfield, went on their summer tour. So, hopefully, he declares for us. Hopefully, we can send someone decent over like Duffer or Keane to bring him in. Like, not Martin O'Neill or Ry Keane or that spoofer Noel King.
Noel King, he's the under-21s, right?
Oh my God, what a farce. He's a company man.
Well, I'd imagine at the upper levels there of the FAI, if Martin O'Neill's making the 4th best money in Europe, that's got John Delaney's hands written all over it. It's...
Noel King, a good fact about Noel King, he was caretaker manager for 1 game and he played Glenn Whelan on the wing. That's all you need to know about Noel King.
Oh, that's pretty sketchy right there.
That's all I need to know about him.
All right, we got some good matches in the Premier League coming up this week. I'd say it's enough about Ireland. It was depressing enough, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, they're going nowhere. And I don't think they're going to be firing Martin O'Neill anytime soon.
No, it's too much. Too expensive.
Yeah. They're going to be paying him off for the next 8 years if they do that. So, Chelsea United should be a good one. United only 5 away victories in 52 outings in the last 52 outings at Chelsea in the league.
Chelsea, very good team. I just wonder, will Mourinho play Ander Herrera to man-mark Hazard again, like he did there a couple of seasons back, and actually worked. But I think Mourinho will take a 0-0 draw here.
Yeah, I'd say that's what they'll be playing for too.
I think he'd be happy enough with it. But you never know with an early kick-off after an international break. Usually these games are very low scoring, so I think they'd be going for a 0-0 draw. I think both teams could be nearly happy with a 0-0 draw.
I see here Hazard has 7 goals, leads the league. Second in the league in goals, Glenn Murray on 5.
Yeah, what a man.
Second in the league in scoring.
Getting better with age. He's 35 now, and he's getting better.
Yeah, and he and Brighton, they're heading up to Newcastle for an early kickoff as well. The only good news there is Chris Hughton hasn't won at Newcastle since he left Newcastle. Could be another dire 0-0 draw. Newcastle lost their first 4 home matches of the season, haven't won yet at home. Not looking too good there for Rafa.
No, it's not. There's talks of him being shipped out by Mike Ashley, but it depends on the payout there as well. I don't think Mike Ashley would like paying out too much.
No, Rafa's contract's up at the end of the year. I'd say he'll see it through till May, and that'll be the end of that.
That's the best hope they have. Hold on to Rafa.
That's really it, yeah. And there's no real hope among the fan base that'll last beyond this. He's just got no backing from the management, and he was like that at Liverpool too. I think it was when the American owners took over that he was having
Hicks and Gillette.
Yeah.
Those frauds. They killed us.
Yeah, and so it's twice as bad with the money now at Newcastle. So, Rafa will walk over that and he'll find himself another job.
The only thing is Brighton's away record is poor.
Yeah.
And maybe Rafa has had most of those players over the international break now to drill them.
Sure, he's been missing Kieran Clark, and that's about it.
He may as well have been there. Because he didn't do much for Ireland.
No. We got a couple of stinkers here. Bournemouth, Southampton. Who cares?
No, not me. Oh no, it's a derby, isn't it? South Coast derby.
I suppose, yeah, close enough, yeah. Portsmouth, they're down League One now, so yeah, that's filling the role.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. Southampton are terrible.
Yeah, and Bournemouth, they're still puffing around. So
yeah, they're only 2 points off the top 4.
No, and I respect what Eddie Howe's doing there. He's clearly a competent coach.
Yeah, he should never leave Bournemouth.
No, he'll never. No,
he's like Sean Dyche. 2 of them should never leave their clubs because when they leave, they're not going to do well with another club.
No, they've got too much infrastructure in place. They've really got their own systems, and fair play to them.
No, fair play.
Yeah.
Fair play.
They're sticking around up there. Another one from the Who Cares department, Cardiff and Fulham.
Well, I'll be on Cardiff watch.
Yeah?
Fulham are a little bit soft.
Lost 2 straight?
Yeah, 5-1 against Arsenal. Cardiff did okay against Spurs. A lot of blood and guts and Harry Arthur. But Fulham have a lot more quality up top. They should win that.
And they've got an attacking mindset going on as well too. But that defense with their leaking goals left and right. So
horrible. The only thing is Cardiff aren't exactly good goal scorers. So.
No. Who were they playing up top? Was it? It was Sol Bamba. Or someone.
Sol Bamba went up towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
Better than Virgil van Dijk by all accounts, or by Neil Warnock's account.
I always liked, was it Paul Robinson that always used to get shuffled up top when he was at City? I always enjoy a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Speaking of City, they've got Burnley. 3-0 to City. Sterling's playing well.
Yeah.
So I'd say. West Ham and Spurs. Derby there.
Could be an upset, West Ham. I think could be. Declan Rice would be fresh.
Yeah, and he definitely didn't exercise himself too much during this international break.
Ericsson injured. Harry Kane after 2 tough games.
Played a lot of minutes, yeah.
Yeah, so Vertonghen is injured as well. So I might sneak a win for West Ham.
Wolves and Watford, 7th and 9th.
Yeah.
2 teams overachieving a little bit. Start the year.
The W Derby.
Yeah.
I back Wolves there.
Yeah, I would too.
Watford have only 1 point from 12, so after a good start. So I think teams have maybe figured them out.
Yeah, I could watch Ruben Neves play all day.
Oh, he's
something else. Yeah, he's a fantastic player.
And Adama Traore coming on with 10 minutes to go. He's a nightmare for any left wing back or left back.
Yeah, he seems to have figured out how to pick out a pass now too, like to not just run.
He discovered a brain.
To touchline, yeah, a little bit. Enough of one anyway to make him useful. Huddersfield Town, Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool after Van Dijk.
Liverpool still haven't lost in the league.
Yeah, even though we're going through a crisis.
Yeah.
And Salah's finished, and Sadio Mane's finished, and Firmino's finished. But we're picking up an awful lot of injuries there on international duty. Sadio Mane broke his thumb. Keita had to be carried off. Actually, literally carried off. They had no stretcher in Guinea where he was playing. Someone gave him a piggyback off the pitch.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, scams and stuff. Van Dijk went home injured. He didn't play against Belgium, and Salah went off injured. So you never know. That could be a bit of a leveler.
Yeah, Huddersfield, they've only scored 4 goals all season in the league, though. So, tidy at the back should see Liverpool through anyway.
Yeah, because they won't score. Huddersfield won't score. So maybe Sturridge. Maybe Sturridge could be the man there to pick up the tab. We got
Palace and Everton. Liffey Sigurdsson's playing all right.
Yeah, he's got some goal against Leicester. Unbelievable goal. I like Richarlison, and I like Bernard.
I like their team. They got a good team.
They've got a good team. A little bit suspect at the back, but they're good going forward. They'll cause a few upsets this year. Plenty of goals in their team.
Yeah. Arsenal Leicester could be a decent one.
Arsenal are in a good run.
But they're in good form, yeah. They're scoring a lot of goals right now.
I'm getting worried about them. Aubameyang, Lacazette, Ramsey's going good.
6 straight?
Yeah, 6 straight. But they're not playing world beaters. So the next time they play a top 4 or 5 team, you kind of know what they're about. But they're plenty of confidence now. Iwobi's flying it like we talked about a couple of weeks back. I'm still worried about the defence. I like Torreira in the middle of the field. Small little Uruguayan fella, nasty little piece of work.
Yeah, I like that. The South American little dirtiness to him, yeah.
Very Mascherano-esque. Yeah, I like him. Good player.
You're throwing out those comparisons there. It's a little more reasonable than Sam Allardyce talking about Eric Dyer this week. You had me pull it up here. Let's see. So what Big Sam said here, comparing Eric Dyer to Sergio Busquets. He's no better or worse than Eric Dyer. Busquets is a sitting midfielder that breaks it up, intercepts it, and passes it very simply and is intelligent. That's what he is. He's not much more than that, but gets a huge amount of praise for it, whereas Eric Dyer does a similar job, but sometimes gets a lot of criticism for it. I want some of what Sam's drinking there.
A pint of wine.
Yeah.
I definitely went for the pint of wine.
Well, I've had a few beers now today myself, but I'm not thinking that irrationally.
My goodness, what a farce of a statement. Busquets literally changed again. He
Dyer was fine.
Yeah, Dyer's grand. Yeah, he's fine. He's grand. He does a whole lot of nothing really. He's just a filling space. But Busquets, first player when Pep Guardiola went to Barcelona, who was the first player he put in? It was Busquets. Trusted him in front of the back 4. He never loses possession. You never see him doing a slide tackle because he doesn't need to. Because he's always anticipating the ball. Screens the back 4. He has won 1 World Cup, 2 European Championships, numerous La Ligas, how many Champions Leagues, and that's just a farcical statement from Sam Allardyce. Yeah,
Busquets, one of the best defensive midfielders ever, at least in the modern age of tactics how they are now. There's few that have done it better.
Yeah, he's up there with Makelele, way better player than Makelele.
Eric Dyer, though, has a League Cup runners-up medal. That's what's going on in his trophy cabinet.
4th place in the World Cup.
Thing is, I liked Big Sam when he was managing Newcastle. I had no problem with him. They weren't any good, but he was ignorant. And
I'd like to, if we're going to continue with the shit football with Ireland, I'd love to see Big Sam in there.
I would love that. I think he would actually get a decent job done there, and I bet he would clean house too.
At least we'd have an identity.
Right.
It wouldn't be Like, if we're going to play shit football, get the best man in the game. Big Sam.
What gets me about that, like, is the 2002 World Cup. I was 16, just got my driving license, big time. USA makes the quarterfinals of the World Cup, and Ireland's in the round of 16. Played some of the best they ever did. With Robbie Keane, Damien Duff. What a team that was. Mick McCarthy sending Roy Keane home there. Some drama, and it's just never been better for the Irish, and U.S. making the quarterfinals of that World Cup. Never been better for them either. Two federations just they're dire for different reasons, but both pretty sad at the moment. And what a fall from the heights there for Ireland.
Move on.
Terrible. Who you like for the hurling this weekend?
Hurling this weekend, Cratloe Ballier.
Clare Senior Hurling Final.
Yeah.
Park, delayed coverage, TG Gahar. What do you do in TG Gahar? Like Donegal final on live? Deferred coverage of the hurling? Maybe. Like, come on.
Come on, lads. Cop on now, will you?
Like, I'll be watching it, but like, come on. Like,
you'll be watching it with one eye.
You know what? Yeah, it'll take me the whole football match to get TG Gahar's stream on my television. Like, so.
Cratloe are slight favourites. If Cratloe get the tactics right on Tony Kelly, as I said a couple of weeks ago, double mark him, leave one of the cornerbacks free, but you have to double mark Tony Kelly. He scored 1-9 the last day, so you're cutting down their score straight away. Yeah, I think it depends on the weather. I don't think the weather is too great at home now these days, so that'll help Ballier. Big strong lads, plenty of ball winners, a few nasty lads at the back, which is good, always good this time of year. 6 lovely forwards for Cratloe, so it'll be a contrast in styles, and if Cratloe get the tactics right, I'll go for that.
Weather exactly the same as it is here in Austin right now. That's what's forecast for Sunday in Ennis. So soft.
Yeah.
Nice bit of chill though. Be good for working up a sweat. Like good temperature anyway.
Prime conditions for the Black Beak.
Tony Kelly could be the difference maker there though. Like you were saying, double mark him. But if they do double mark him, will that leave Niall Deasy wide open? Because he's been putting up some serious scores.
Yeah. If you take down the free count and mark Tony Kelly, I think you will. So yeah, I'm going with Cratloe.
We had a question there from Stephen McNamara. We were talking about the Cork final last weekend. He wanted to know about our thoughts on divisional sides playing in Munster and playing in senior county competitions like that, and our thoughts on that. And I brought up the example, which isn't the same, of UCC doing that in Cork, but they play as a regular club now, so that's not a divisional side. But I think Stephen wanted to know your thoughts on that as well.
I suppose it's hard on Middleton to go and play a Munster Championship after being beaten in a county final, but at least they have a few weeks to get over it. We'll say they'll probably go on the sauce there for the last week. So
yeah, so it's not 6 days later that they have to go back out there.
Yeah, I know what it was like when we lost the Munster final last year and we had to go and play a Clare Cup match the following week, and sure, no one had any interest in it. So it's hard to do that, but at least they have a few weeks. But on the divisional sides, it's good for bringing these hurlers on, these intermediate and junior hurlers on in East Cork or whatever they are. But that's it really. Like Middleton are actually in East Cork, so they're surrounded by.
Right, you were saying there was some overlap with this here, yeah. So that kind of makes it even a little more silly.
They're in the middle of all these 19 clubs that Liam McKeely have. Because it's nice. Like Seamus Hartley would never get to win a county senior championship. Paulie O'Sullivan, I saw him playing there last week as well. Colin Spillane. But no, not for me. No, I don't like divisional side. I don't like it.
Fair enough, yeah. We just missed out on a big Celtic Cowboys won the Cork Premier Intermediate. They got Charleville have made the final, and Rowan Hands Club Valley Rovers just missed out. We've had a few, Nola Mahoney, another Celtic Cowboy from that club over the years, and they missed out. They lost a semi-final replay to be able to play Charleville, James Casey's club, in the final. And so from my watch on Timbercam is coming from the Cork Premier Intermediate hurling final, and it's Danny Flynn, who's got a broken hand, but if he comes back, if he's playing, he'll be timbering. And I suspect he hurt his hand timbering. He's some man for the timber. So he's my pick for Timbercam. I went out and I found one.
Yeah, good nomination there. Yeah. I'd say 15. They probably have 15 Timbercams. I'd say in Charleville, really.
Yeah.
To be timbering off the pitch as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all the way down to like Ballyhay down there, like the Cork Ballyhay, lots of timbering going on in that part of the world.
It's timber central, Charleville.
Except for you get down to Kilworth, I think it's a little bit soft there now.
Yes. It gets soft down there, right? Yeah. Go from course and Kilworth, that's about it.
Yeah, and we're going to have Adrian Mannix on at some point to talk about the course, and it's heating up there
It is.
Real Cork. Like he's
big money been put on.
There was some bet there at 5-1 the other day on one of the dogs, but I think we came in a little late for that one.
Yeah.
So, anything else you got for GAA this week?
Yeah, I've a couple of good football games in Donegal, Guidor against Glenties. You have a few county players playing there. You have the likes of the McGee's, Eamon and Neil McGee. That's on TV now. That could be a good game. Actually, my nomination for Timbercam is actually in this football game. Eamon McGee and Glenties. Number 14 he is. He's usually around the full back line usually, but he's been moved up to do a bit of timbering up top. So yeah. Then in Mayo, then you have Ballintubber against Brafey. You have the O'Connors of Ballintubber against the O'Sheas of Brafey. So that could be a good game. Could be a very good game. And then in the Dublin hurling final as well, Ballyboden against Kilmacud is on. So Dalo against
Kilmacud boys.
Yeah, Dalo Ryan the Wire against Ballyboden. So hopefully Kilmacud come through there. Good club, and they're in the football final then next week.
A nice dual final there for them. Yeah.
There's much of an overlap though. So.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that from the hurling side that there was very few of their footballers there. So probably a good sized club that they have over there. Who was it that you were saying that Kilmaley, the football boys, play for?
Milltown Malby.
That's right. They were in the semi-final, correct?
They won the semi-final. Yeah. Tip county finals on this weekend as well. Clarence Rossmore against Rogue Nina. So could be plenty of timber there.
And you have some big expectations for the Tipperary hurlers going into next year as well.
I have.
Your early All-Ireland pick right there, Tipperary.
Yeah, I think he's going to weed them out. Sheedy's going to weed them out, and I think they could win it next year. Hopefully not, but I think they.
I think Munster's going to be very good next year. It's going to be a good watch early in the season. Yeah, it was great last year.
If Waterford get their house in order now, I think they'll be.
It's amazing how tight the margins are there. That 18 months ago they're one of the top sides in the country, and how they've fallen off so quickly as well. And they still have some incredibly talented players. They got your Austin Gleason and whatnot. So
O'Connor, they'll be back.
What do you got for Champions Cup for this weekend?
Champions Cup. So you have Leinster against Toulouse. Toulouse at their home. Growing team again. They weren't in the cup last year, so they're back in it this year. Some very good players, but they're missing Jerome Kleino, all black, serious player, coming towards the end of his days, but he's good. They've still got your Maxime Medard and your Huget and those boys like that, and look out for Entimac. His dad used to play back in the day for France and Toulouse. He used to be a serious player. Romain Entimac plays in the centre. He's a class player. I think he's French under 20, under 21, something like that. He's
always like watching the French rugby. They play the best for my eye anyway.
He's a chip off the old block. They have a small guy, South African guy on the wing, Colby. So he'll be going up against James Lowe on the wing. They'll be going in direct opposition. Very similar players.
The amount of talent playing outside South Africa, especially for South Africa, is incredible.
The only thing is now they can play for their country now.
I've never understood why they couldn't.
Yeah.
With the way soccer does it.
Yeah.
That just kind of seemed like a no-brainer. And whenever I'd hear about that with rugby, it always seemed a little ridiculous to not. In this day and age, the jet airplane's been a thing since 1954. So,
I know. Yeah, and just look, if they want to earn a extra bit of cash and go to France, let them have it.
It's a professional game,
These guys have to be playing for their countries. Australia now have relaxed that rule as well, so they could be dangerous in the World Cup. And South Africa will be on Ireland's side. So Conte Pomey's gone into Leinster. I think he's back as coach now. Meant to be a serious coach. He was with the Argentinian national team there as well. Very interesting character. He was a big character back in the day for them. He used to hate Munster. Munster used to hate him. Qualified doctor. He used to work in his old lads' practice back in Argentina.
I always like that. That's good.
Yeah, so fierce, intelligent guy, and he's meant to be bringing new ideas, and he might bring him to the next level even, which is scary.
Yeah, to make him even better. They're already pretty damn decent side.
Yeah, but we have Munster against Gloucester.
That should be a good one.
Yeah, so look, hopefully the conditions will be a little bit better than last week. So you've Grobler playing.
Not Bruce Grobler.
No. This is not the Beckham cheat. We have a drugs cheat instead. So he failed the drugs test before, and he was with Munster last year, and now he's gone to Gloucester. So there'll be a nice angle on that, and you have Danny Cipriani, of course.
He's due for some timbering.
He is going to get timbered. He is going to get it. I'd say the first ball he gets, I'd say they could take a penalty for it. I think Peter Manny's going to be licking his lips at it. Cipriani is such a quality player, strong as a horse, fast, great passer, great long pass, chip and chase, great goal kicker, but he just doesn't have it upstairs. He's mentally soft, and he was left out of the England squad there today as well. So, yeah, I expect Munster maybe with a bonus point.
Oh,
Yeah, and I think Leinster will win as well, and I think they could get a bonus point as well. Just another one there as well. My hot tip, Racing 92 or Racing Metro as they call it. They're playing Ulster.
yeah.
Racing are at home, so I think Ulster could get a nice little clip in there now.
Yeah, they played a little bit above their weight last weekend, it looked like.
Yeah, but they're good. It's good for the Irish national team as well. Some good young players coming there. Like Lowry, fullback, very good player.
There's one international side that for Ireland that's doing all right. It's the rugby. They've been one of the top teams in the world for the last few years now, so at least that's going okay.
Yeah, very well run.
Uh-huh.
And they keep their players fresh and they don't flog them like England and France. So, look, here's hoping for the World Cup.
I remember thinking at the last World Cup that they were in a decent position to do well, to at least make a semi-final. So
yeah, we have to get over that quarter-final stage. Never have. So here's hoping. So wins for Leinster and Munster, and a loss for Ulster.
very nice. You watching the NBA now since it started yet?
Yeah, watched 76ers against the Celtics the other night. Good win for the Celtics.
Celtics look good. Yeah, I watched that as well.
Looked very good. Like even without Kyrie playing well at all, you had Jason Tatum, you Brown, Hayward was back. Didn't light it up, but he looked solid.
Yeah, he'll get in his rhythm anyway. Yeah.
Al Horford, very underrated. And they have a great bench. Marcus Smart, Morris. Yeah, I think they'll be good. I think dark horse for MVP, Jason Tatum.
That's right. Yeah, you wanted to mention him, right? Yeah.
Yeah, dark horse for MVP. Good odds as well. He got 23 points the other night, 9 rebounds, 3 assists.
Won't be Jimmy Butler anyway, so
No. The 76ers were decent at times. They had Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons, yeah.
Yeah, class player. Aussie, very good. 19 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists. Bit of an all-rounder.
76ers, they're through 3 quarters playing the Chicago Bulls right now, and they're up 102 to 76. After 3 quarters, they've already put up 102. Scoring it well. Bulls put up 40 in the first quarter, and it's kind of gone off ledge there. Yeah, Bulls aren't going to be any good, but still a pretty impressive run there.
Yeah, 2 good teams, Celtics and 76ers. But as I said before, I think Celtics win the whole thing. Watched the Pelicans against Houston last night. Houston were at home.
Yep.
They fell flat in their face.
They sure did. Yeah, they had no energy, it looked like.
They're a little bit soft. I think Melo could fuck them up. They traded 2 players with 2 good defensive players away, and they got Melo in.
Melo and Harden both very mentally soft. Yeah, flaky man. Yeah,
flaky man.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, and Anthony Davis just ate them alive.
Yeah, he did.
He got 32 points, 16 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 blocks, 3 steals.
I remember not thinking much of him when he came out of college. He's proven me wrong. It's that unibrow, exactly. I couldn't take him seriously, and
what a player.
But yeah, he's a serious player.
Yeah, he's recently signed up with LeBron's agency as well, and he's only got 1 year left on the contract, so I think you could see him at LA next year.
Yeah, maybe hopefully somebody sends him to a beauty shop or something.
Yeah.
Get that plucked a little bit.
Yeah, shave it. You could shave it now at this stage.
Yeah, maybe even put a little wax on there. I don't know, whatever it takes really to get that thing taken care of.
Come on, Anthony, will you?
Yeah. Did you see this today? The NBA with their developmental league is now starting next year going to offer up to 125 grand to 18-year-olds that want to skip college but don't want to play overseas. And so they're offering them 125K for the most exceptional ones. And they just announced that today. It's coming out next year. Interesting. Because they're not able to get rid of it used to be that you come out of high school at 18 and go to the NBA, but that's not been around for the last 10 years or so. And that can't be negotiated again for another 3 years with the collective bargaining agreement that they have. But so 125K to spend a year in the NBA D League, or G League as they call it now, probably get more in college. You could definitely get more playing for, say, Real Madrid or Benetton Treviso or something like that overseas. So
yeah, it's not bad money though.
It's not bad at all.
You could be as thick as a plank coming out of school, and then you go straight into one.
Yeah, it's college just isn't for everyone. It's.
Yeah, these lads, maybe some of them just love playing basketball and they just want to play it. And it's been a decent breeding ground for some teams.
Yeah.
Some of the lower teams been a good breeding ground.
If you use it right, for the developmental reasons.
Yeah. If you use it right, play your same style with both teams. Like I know the Spurs have a team, G League team, and they play the exact same way as Popovich likes to play with San Antonio. So
which is the way you have to do it. Like it's the only way that makes sense. So I'd imagine the Bulls aren't doing it. You know,
the Bulls even have one.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
I think the Bulls have one in the NBA, the G League.
Yeah, right. That pretty much. Yeah, the lineup they put out tonight. Yes, definitely.
They might even get 20 wins this season.
Oh, I'll take the over on that on 20 wins.
20 wins.
I'd say they'll get 23.
23.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd say over 20. Yeah. Be scratching and clawing but the Bulls, they can't even screw up right. So
yeah, they should probably they can't even screw up. Like they should just take their beating this year and just get a high draft pick.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Same with the Nets.
Yeah.
Although they're terrible with draft picks. So.
Yeah, Nets they're not looking too hot already. Like, and they're going to get, I believe, steamrolled by the Knicks tomorrow, and then I think on Sunday they have Pacers. So they're already jumping out the gate, getting outscored by some much better teams. So
that's a terrible conference. Though.
Yeah. Yeah, Celtics go to the Knicks on Sunday, Magic 76ers, that could be all right, Hornets and Heat. But the West is so much better. Like Spurs Blazers, Rockets Lakers, it's all this week. So Warriors Nuggets, Rockets Clippers, some good games. Grizzlies Jazz, that should be fun even. Like
it's all on Sky Sports now as well.
It is, yeah. I saw that they announced that deal last Wednesday or on Tuesday, like with the league starting on Wednesday. 24 hours in advance, nothing like promoting your product like that, but yeah, Sky Sports Arena is going to be hopping with NBA games. It's good.
I know a lot of guys that work nights back in Clare, and they love the NBA because when they're on their night shift, they can watch all the good games.
Somehow got deep into Instagram the other day and got into Kieran Donaghy's Instagram, and there was some serious basketball going on in West Kerry. I was cracking up.
He's a brilliant basketball player.
I've heard that he's actually pretty decent. Yeah.
He loves basketball.
Yeah. He's probably pretty tall for Irish basketball anyway.
It's his first sport, he says.
Formula One United States Grand Prix is here in Austin this weekend. I'm really looking forward to that. I go every year. That's one that, there's not too many motor racing fans out there, but, for those that are, I'll be there, get you the live coverage, put it on the Twitter as we go. Looks like Lewis Hamilton's going to be wrapping up his 5th World Championship. He's only lost one race since it moved here to Austin. I'm expecting it to be pretty boring. Sebastian Vettel, really 8 points back. He's going to have to finish above Hamilton to have any chance to win the title. I'd say that one's pretty much over. Could be seeing a World Championship celebration, which we have before. I just can't stand Lewis Hamilton. I liked Formula One a lot when I was a kid, and now having the race here, I love that. It keeps me interested, but he just seems so fake to me, Lewis Hamilton. He's got this big, goofy grin. You can see right through it. It looks like bullshit.
What's with the accent now as well?
Yeah.
He's actually defining his British and American accent.
Yeah, he's from fucking Stevenage.
Come on.
Who are you spoofing there, Lewis?
Yeah. I see he doesn't go back to Stevenage too often.
I'd say he doesn't spend too much time there, no, yeah. But yeah, it looks like he'll be wrapping up his World Championship. I'll definitely be there for that.
Who's your team?
My team was always Jordan. Eddie Jordan. He had the bright yellow cars. So Benny Roberts, he brings me back the Benson and Hedges Gold cigarettes when they were in Ireland because I liked Eddie Jordan racing when I was a kid. And he was their sponsor. They had the nice Benson and Hedges with the bumblebees on this nice bright yellow car. And my boy Heinz-Harald Frentzen out there for Jordan. He's my favorite driver. So, and even they have Martin Brundle, who I like. For a Palm, he's all right. He seems sound enough.
Yeah, so, I remember we used to be huge back in Ireland.
Yeah,
we used to get up and watch the Australian Grand Prix early hours of the morning and stuff like that.
Well, there used to be Irish driver coming through every now and then too. Like Eddie Irvine was big in the '90s. He's from the north, but I think he identified as Irish. So Monaco was my favorite. Oh, it's a great one. Yeah, I'd love to see that in person someday. Yeah,
to save up a bit.
Yeah, so and I managed to get my GAA ticket for fairly cheap for this. It was like $35 with the fees or whatever. You don't get a seat, but you get to wander around on the race day, which, grand enough. Sure, I'll go down there.
Yeah.
Walk around a bit, go home.
Will you stay on for Bruno Mars and Britney Spears?
I got an offer today for a free ticket for the Bruno Mars, but that wouldn't really be my style now. Yeah. So, if Daniel's playing down at B.D. Riley's, I'll go to that.
Yeah.
By the way, I asked Daniel Doak to do us a song for the introduction for this podcast 3 weeks ago. Still haven't heard anything from him. We say, take a look, see if he had anything for us.
Yeah,
no word since Daniel. Come on, man.
Come on.
NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a big one this week. Denver and Arizona are playing right now. Yeah. London, Tennessee, or LA Chargers at Wembley this weekend. Those games are usually snooze fests.
Yeah. Good game last week. Actually, no. The Raiders got hammered by the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, the Raiders are terrible.
They are. They're awful.
Oh, my God.
And, Seahawks aren't looking any good at all.
No, they have Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
He's brilliant.
Yeah, he is. Pete Carroll's getting a little long in the tooth there. Like the players seem to be starting to tune him out a little bit. Like a little bit of a Martin O'Neill thing there. Yeah.
Neil Warnock kind of character.
Well, Neil Warnock, like we'll see what happens with Cardiff this weekend. Now, if they pull out 3 points, it could really bust things open down at the bottom of the table, especially for Newcastle. It'd be very bad. So we'll see how that goes. New England Patriots are going to my Chicago Bears. Khalil Mack's been out of control, but I think the Bears are going to have to pretty much play perfect. Patriots look good.
They're getting better.
Yeah, game of the weekend, Tomas Brady doesn't seem to be aging at all.
No, and they've got some serious weapons now as well. Gronk, Edelman.
Bears are forcing some turnovers, though, so, we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, the Pats, they look to be tuning it up. Josh Gordon, what a pickup. So that was very smart, wheeling and dealing there. Like some Harry Redknapp style, wheeling and dealing, done there by Belichick.
Don't say it to him, though.
Yeah, definitely don't tell him that. Yeah. Was it Jason Punchin that drove to the QPR ground, thinking he was going to get a transfer on the last day of the window?
Peter O'Damwingy.
Oh yeah, Peter O'Damwingy. That's who it was. Yeah.
Just went around the car back there waiting for a move.
Yeah.
Didn't happen, Peter.
No, that was some bad wheeling and dealing right there. Buffalo to Indianapolis. Who cares?
Waste of time.
Detroit at Miami. Fuck it.
Miami, I'd say.
Here's one we'll have to watch. Minnesota at New York Jets.
Jets.
I'll take Jets. Minnesota, Minnesota. Think so? Kirk Cousins going to throw rain down some?
Yeah.
Carolina, Philadelphia. That could be a good one.
Where is that?
That's a toasty one. That's at Philadelphia at noon on Sunday.
Carolina for an upset.
Could be. And I think if they do upset him, they're going to score a lot of points.
J.J. is after doing his ACL as well, so there's one good running back on.
Yeah, Carolina kind of seem like ready to get out of second gear a little bit too. So they're 3-2. They're going well enough.
Yeah.
Cleveland at Tampa Bay. Cleveland for the upset. Houston at Jacksonville. Jacksonville, they've lost 3 straight. They were supposed to be one of the better teams in the league. Houston looks all right. Deshaun Watson, some player.
Good player. Hopkins, good player.
Yeah.
Jacksonville are missing Fournette.
Yeah.
Very good running back. So if they get him back, they'll be okay. But if they don't, they need to stop this slide that they're on because they're a good team.
Yeah, and Blake Bortles supposed to be one of the better quarterbacks in the league now. Supposed to be breaking out, so we'll see if that happens.
He's still Blake Bortles.
He's still Blake Bortles, exactly. New Orleans at Baltimore. Drew Brees looking like he's drank from the fountain of youth, breaking all sorts of records left and right this year. And
I love watching him play.
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara, Ingram, Michael Thomas outside. I think they're very good. I love Drew Brees.
I bet he was some player to watch out at Westlake, back in the day.
A breeding ground for quarterbacks. Yeah, I'd say New Orleans for the win. And dark horses for the Super Bowl.
That'd be a hell of a pick. Sean Payton came into the season with some questions about his job tenure. Yeah, they're looking like contenders. Yeah,
they were 16-1 at the start of the year.
That'd be good money to lay down. Yeah. LA Rams at San Francisco.
Rams.
Yeah, definitely Rams. CJ Beathard played well for the 49ers at Green Bay on Monday, but I think that was more the Packers kind of looking shit than the Niners looking all right. Rivalry game. Cowboys are at the Washington Redskins. Should be a fun one. Yeah.
Cowboys looking decent last week. Give a nice hiding to Jacksonville.
Yeah. Redskins, Adrian Peterson. He's old, but he's had 2 good games and 3 stinkers. So it's whether or not he steps up or not. See how that goes. 2 weeks in a row, Kansas City are on Sunday night. They're hosting Cincinnati Bengals. Vontez Burfict. He's going to be throwing elbows at Pat Mahomes. That could get ugly. I could see Cincinnati on the big prime time throwing the timber around a little bit.
Watch your knees.
Yeah.
But they're brilliant to watch, Chiefs. I just hope they're on prime time every night because they've got so many attacking weapons and their defense is getting better, but Mahomes is brilliant to watch.
He is. And I think kind of had his breakout performance last week. I think he could torch the Cincinnati team a little bit.
Is he top 5 quarterbacks in the league?
I would say so, yeah. So you got Brady, Breeze, Rodgers. Those would be my best 3, but even your Matt Ryans have fallen off a little bit. He's getting old.
Case Keenum's your
log of the tooth. Yeah.
I think he's top 5 now. Already.
He's fun to watch. He's got all the gifts. Just time to press on for him. We'll see where it goes. It could be interesting. And I've seen articles left and right about him this week. Everybody's recognizing it. Everybody knows that he's going to be something special, which is nice to see.
And there's great breeding there.
There is. Yeah. Good strong arm breeding there.
Yeah.
And then rounded out Monday, New York Giants are at the Atlanta Falcons. And that looked like a good matchup at the start of the year, but both those teams have kind of been a letdown. Barkley looks good for the Giants.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's a good player.
But Eli Manning would have been in that conversation about good quarterbacks a few years ago. He's got a couple Super Bowls, but boy, is he long in the tooth. He's done.
He is septic now.
Yeah, he's absolutely awful.
And Odell is bitching like a like a bitch.
What a big diva.
Oh.
I hate that attitude. Like, and it's always the receivers in the NFL.
Yeah, I know. That's why they don't win the MVPs and these things.
Yeah.
They're divas.
Yeah. Fuck it. Here I am with my fucking colored boots out there on the Gaelic football pitch being a diva. Like, that's the tolerance for it is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the Giants are terrible.
Yeah.
Atlanta are much better.
Nope, I agree. Anything else you got this week?
No, I think we're all done. We're cooked.
I think we've done well again.
I'm going off watching LeBron play against Portland. Jamie Lillard and CJ McCollum in the lights, so I love watching LeBron, so I'm going to go home and watch him.
Yeah, it looks like you have a little bit of time as well that hasn't tipped off just yet.
Yeah.
So that should be good. You still have 15 minutes before the tip-off of that game, so you should get home just in time.
Yeah, so look, keep following us on Twitter. We're nearly at 100.
Oh, we're almost there. We're shouting distance of 100, yeah.
We're nearly at the quarter now. We don't want any more than 100 though.
Yeah, we're doing well on Instagram now. We've got the 105, I think it is now, so way to go there.
The 14, 15, 16-year-olds love us on Instagram.
Yeah, and you know, the Polish love us on Instagram as well. You threw up that Poland tag, and all of a sudden it was like 15 fellows with Z's in their last name.
Yeah, big in Poland.
They're my people, like, and they're a bit thick now, like.
Yeah. Catholics are Catholics.
A lot of butchering and plumbing to do, and you know, they come out, all they want to do is listen to the Pikey Podcast. So keep it going. Du Bożu Polska. To all my boys. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week, yeah?
Okay, nice one.
All right, bye.